and we're here. Hello, everyone.
We're here.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to the Playotic Podcast. This is Sumner, and I am, of course, joined by my lovely friend Mick. Mick, I ask you, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm on vacation this week, so a lot of rest, a lot of relaxation, doing some little projects here and there.
You just taking like a week off
it's
work,
really good.
or are you
Yeah,
like,
just
are you remoting
I'm
in from
taking
like the Bahamas?
no. I'm taking a week off work because it's what I do. You know,
Yeah, just a mental health week.
just no. So my wife's PTO resets in October, so she had to use like 2.5 weeks. So it was just kind of like, oh, well, I have a lot of PTO because like we don't go anywhere, we don't do anything really. So I was just like, I'll take a week off. So yeah, like kind of a mental health week, I guess. I don't know. It's just taking a little time off, baby.
I need to do that. I took a week off, but it was to cough through shards of glass, so that was different.
How was that? Yeah, that's right. You're out of the bubble now.
I'm out of the bubble finally. I'm no longer contagious, which
how
is
do you
great.
feel? Do you feel better?
I feel okay. Yeah, I'm just catching up on all the stuff that like I had to do during that week, and now I have double work, so that's what I'm doing. And it doesn't help because OBS had a really cool update. Actually, it's awesome, much needed. However, a lot of our cool stuff doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So you can see that a lot of the particles are missing, and a lot of stuff in our studio is just gone. So that's okay. We spent good money on the studio. We will get it back up and running. But today we are blessed with the presence of a good friend of mine, MACKS. So I'm gonna have him. He's gonna be calling in. Give me just a sec here and try and get him in.
The obscenely expensive. What model are we on this week for our obscenely?
Hey, Max, you're calling in on the Guestron 1000. How you doing, buddy?
Is this the Krusty Krab?
Yes.
No, this is Patrick.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay. How's it going, guys?
Hey,
how expensive is this actually? How
very expensive.
Oh, good stuff.
The Guestron runs this. The guy who sold it to me says it's about $825 a month for the first year. And every month after that is about $5,000. So not too bad.
That's true. Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's true.
Yeah, we don't own it, but it's like a rent-to-own situation.
Lease.
What?
Yeah, it's
like
you're
leasing
situation.
it. You're leasing it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. And eventually you'll hit a point where a new model comes out and you say, well, I want to lease that one. And then you just dig a deeper hole into debt. And that's how America works.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly.
This is economics 101.
Well, he told me that the
100%.
prices are competitive. That's the thing. So like other Guestrons are running for about, 7,000, 8,000. So to stay competitive, even though it's worth way less, like this Guestron thing, you can't see on the back of it, but it's got like 7 layers of white paint. So anyway.
Cool. Well, that's cool, man. Hey, y'all were talking about taking a week off. I actually was off last week. I was burning a lot of PTO.
Nice.
And Sumner, I'm glad that you don't have COVID no more.
Yeah, shit sucks.
I actually got my second booster yesterday, so today has been a slog, and I have longed, begged for death today, but I'm here and I'm in it to win it.
I'm so glad.
Let's play the feud.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're able to overcome it to join us today, and I feel pretty confident to say that. I was told that you were a Pokemon master, like a legitimate Pokemon master, which is awesome. Because I myself consider Sumner to be a bit of a master himself.
I ain't shit compared to Max. I really ain't.
We got 2 Pokemon boys.
I'm a fanboy.
That's exciting. So a guy that I used to work with at the game store was he was so into Pokemon that he could literally tell you the height and weight of every
I'm not
Pokemon.
that deep in it.
Not by a long shot. I mean, not by like a lot though.
Yeah, no, I mean, when it comes to like, I like to do a lot of the competitive aspects. So I'm like, I may not know the height and weight, but I know like the optimal move pool,
Oh yeah.
optimal stat spreads
So
and stuff like that.
So are we talking the game or the card game?
The game, like the
Okay.
console experience. So
Do you fuck with the cards? Do you fuck with cardboards? I guess that's the next.
So not particularly. I'll buy
You do
a
paper?
pack every
You do
now.
paper mill?
You do the papers? Do the papers?
I do love the smell of a fresh opened pack of cards. And I do have a handful of complete sets. I did complete a set of the Japanese booster called Dream League, which had like a bunch of the character artworks that were really nice.
That's cool.
And right above my computer desk, I have the full original 150 prints of, 151 of the first prints of those Pokemon. So,
oh wow,
wow, that's new. When'd you get that?
I had been working on it there for a little while.
Okay.
Just buying cards here and there. But it's all the first print. They're not first edition or the Shadowless kind of deal, but it's like, you know, Zapdos first appeared in base set. So in this collage, it's the base set Zapdos, but there is a Zapdos that's in fossil set, which is where Articuno and Moltres first showed up. We're in fossil set. So, and it's interesting. There's so many different like strange choices that they did, you know, for like, you would think that all the fossil Pokemon like Kabutops, Aerodactyl, and Omastar would all be holographic.
Yeah.
But only Kabutops and Aerodactyl are hollow, and Omastar gets the short end of the stick. And like, it's just looking at it is kind of like, well, that's an interesting decision. But but I've got that right above my desk. I'll send you a few photos after we're done here.
They ever play competitively?
The TCG?
Yeah. No, not TCG, not the card game. The actual console. Like, did you ever go like competitions and stuff? I think Japan actually hosted like a world championship. Did you watch that at all?
Yeah, I try to catch every stream. The world championship is actually in London. This last month. And it was very cool. It was very exciting. It's always cool to see what top level players are doing with different strategies, and it always blows my mind with some of the stuff that they come up with.
Do you remember anything in particular that like blew you away? Because that I'm interested now.
He's in.
I mean, so some Pokemon are obviously better than others. I don't know if y'all have played Sword and Shield recently, but the best Pokemon in the game, bar none, is the box cover legendary for Sword, Zacian. It gets a free attack boost as soon as it comes out. It's just the most insane Pokemon. And so in this rule set, players were allowed to use 2 box legendaries. So you in your team. So most of the time you saw like Kyogre and Zacian. That was like the biggest core. But then you would see like really unique picks like Lunala, which is the box cover for Pokemon Moon. And it was such a unique pick that most people weren't prepped for it.
Right.
And it just had a lot of really cool like tech. There's a lot of cool tech you could do with Lunala over something else. And so it's just cool.
That's the thing when there's like a meta, like whether it's like Overwatch or Magic the Gathering, you kind of understand what the meta is and you know what to prepare for. So I like
I like that too. That was actually going to be my question, because I know that Magic in particular has at least every few sets sort of a new meta emerges, and it's one of like 3, maybe 4 decks that you need to play those decks to win. And if you aren't playing those decks, you're not going to win. So that was going to be my question is it similar with Pokemon? Like each game obviously brings in like a brand new meta. Does the meta change over the course of like the same game being out after for a while?
Based on a particular season. So like I said, this season was you got to have 2 box legendary Pokemon in your party, in addition to anything that was in Sword and Shield in the Pokedex. But most of the time, and we'll see this coming up with Scarlet and Violet, is when a game first comes out, it is strictly like that Pokedex only. So you can't transfer anything in. It has to be caught in that game. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to let you use any legendaries or anything like that. So like those are like the most exciting metas, because you get to see like this is as fresh as it gets. You've got all these new Pokemon coming in.
Yeah. I love that. That's cool.
It breathes a lot of life into it. So it's very exciting.
Yeah,
I like when I see
Go ahead,
Pokemon that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I like when I see non-legendaries being used. I think legendaries are kind of a cop out for creativity when it comes to like battle strats. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's kind of like Mick had said with Magic. You know, you hit a point where in this particular block, they're blocks, right? In this particular block, these 4 decks are the top, and if you could play a rogue deck and win, but
the chances are
the chances are very slim. So, and that's with the most recent meta that let you use the legendaries. If you weren't running them, you probably weren't going to win because the power level is just so high.
Yeah. And I know it's kind of like a Gurren Lagann situation where every time there's a new block, it's like, well, guess what's more powerful now?
Yeah.
And it's just, if you thought Charizard was cool, this guy's got 2 tails. And it's just...
So speaking of Charizard,
oh no.
You know, Charizard always gets like a new special form, and wow, he's so cool and so special.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he's no Gengar, but you know,
I'll agree. I like Gengar.
I like Gengar. I'll fucking say it.
I'm
you
not
really are brave.
I'm not ashamed.
I'm not ashamed to admit my love for this fat purple boy. Look at
I
it.
like one of the most popular Pokemon in existence. Sure, I'll say it.
Hey.
He is not. You know, I would argue he's not.
Ash.
He's an underdog.
Ash has a Gengar now, so that's pretty cool.
Why is Ash still 9 years old? Can somebody explain this to me?
He sells toys and he sells merch, and it is what it is, man.
Time works differently. Does anyone else
That's
age
fair.
though?
Apparently,
no.
Yeah, so it's not just, but people pick on Ash.
In Sun and Moon, in the Sun and Moon arc of the anime, they actually went back to Kanto. They met. Ash introduced Brock and Misty to everybody, and they were still the same age.
Were they like, remember like 3 months ago when we met?
Yeah. Remember last week when we did this?
We've had some full
You remember
lives.
that?
Yeah.
You remember yesterday
when
you found Pikachu
at the island?
At the island. It is bizarre that they've kept him 10, because clearly there is a passage of time in episode. Nighttime happens. Like there are.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you went back through every episode and found, okay, this day transitioned to this one, so that's one day. I'm sure there's been at least like 4.5 years.
I bet the planet rotates, but the planet does not rotate around the sun, so it just spins. There's a night cycle. But that's
there is a theory, because in the first episode, I believe Ash sees, what is it, Ho-Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
And it's something like, the first time you see a Ho-Oh, it'll keep you in your happiest point of your life or something like that. So that's why he doesn't age.
So he's in purgatory.
I've heard that my wife was telling me about it the other day. Yeah, basically he's in Pokemon Purgatory, which is probably better than Pokemon Hell, if I had to guess.
I would love to be in Poketory.
What about Poke Hell? Would you want to go to Poke Hell? What do you think Poke Hell's like?
Have you played Pokemon Platinum?
This is the hard day.
It's the Distortion World with Giratina. That's Pokemon Hell.
Oh, I thought you were saying the game was
Hell.
Yeah. Like,
have you
very
seen
casually buried?
It's a lot like that.
No, okay, yeah. Have you?
Were you just screaming?
Have you played Pokemon Channel on the GameCube? Because Hell is actually you trying to 100% Pokemon Channel on the GameCube.
Oh, don't remind me 100%. The last time I played the game, I'm too heartbroken to go back to it, but like Heart Gold was my favorite Pokemon game, and I wanted the 100%. I caught almost every single Pokemon. I was organizing them in the PC, like in numerical order, and I was very close to complete. It's fun.
That's what I had.
Okay.
I mean, no, that is super fun. Every generation, I make a full living dex if possible. I've got a living dex in my Pokemon home.
Yeah, it's like I wanted the Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard in order in the PC.
Oh, okay,
like,
that makes sense.
Every
Very
Pokemon.
clean.
Very clean. Yeah. And I lost the game.
I've also. Oh no,
dude!
sorry.
I've never been so upset in my life. Yeah.
Pour one out.
So
that's Pokemon hell.
So I have to know, how do you have, because again, referencing the guy I used to work with in the game store, because he was like the biggest Pokemon fan that I'd met before I met Sumner, and then now before I had met you. But do you have like the completed cartridges where it's like you completed the full 151 in like red? Do you have a copy of the game where it's like you can pop it in? You're like, here's my certificate.
Actually, so I'm actually working on something like that right now for Pokemon Home, because in starting with X and Y, every Pokemon has a symbol that dictates what version or what generation they came from. So Generation 6, it was a pentagon shape. In Generation 7, it was a clover. In Sword and Shield, it's kind of like a swooshy Pokeball kind of thing.
Okay.
But on the 3DS re-releases of Red, Blue, and Yellow and Gold, Silver, Crystal, because they were on the 3DS, they allowed you to transfer them up into, at the time, Sun and Moon, and now you can move them into Pokemon Home. But they have Game Boy icons to show that they came from the virtual console versions of those games.
Cool.
So I have a full... I'm waiting to transfer them. I need to renew my... I actually need to renew my Pokemon Bank subscription.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Nintendo has that. That's right.
Print money. That's what they're doing.
But I need to transfer them up. I do have a full 151 in the Virtual Console Blue. I've got the full 251 in Virtual Console Silver.
Wow.
They never re-released Ruby and Sapphire, but I've completed that dex on the actual physical cartridge. So I have to transfer them from the cartridge to my completed Pokemon Platinum. And then the Pokemon Platinum gets the Gen 3 and Gen 4s up to my completed Gen 5. And then those can finally migrate into the future. So I do have a living dex in my Pokemon Home, but now I'm tweaking it to a point where it's like, these are where they first came from.
Right.
So all the Gen 1 Pokemon will have the Game Boy icon. All the Gen 2 Pokemon will have the Game Boy icon. So
So you absolutely are a Pokemon master. Like, this is not hyperbole.
It's one of the biggest hobbies that I have is doing Pokemon stuff. You know, just
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm constantly replaying the games. I'm doing Nuzlocke challenges on different cartridges. I buy both versions when they come out. It's a passion.
I got a question. So if each of you guys were a Pokemon gym leader and you had the added bonus of a companion Pokemon, who would it be and what type?
Well, Mick can go first.
Oh, damn. I was really hoping you would, because I have to dig through my brain. Like, do I have to be like a gym leader that already exists, or do I build my own
I want you to tell me yours, and I want to tell you what I think what you're going to say.
I want you to go.
Absolutely
I want you to tell me
not.
I'm not going to steal it.
No.
Max, please, you go first. It's fine.
Right.
Well, no. Hold on. I want to get clarification. So are you saying like which? Okay, just so I can wrap my brain around it. Are you saying like, oh, me, Mick, I would be Erica, and the Pokemon
No.
I would walk.
Okay. If you were Mick, the gym leader, what would be your type be, and what Pokemon companion would you have?
How many? Do I need to build a full list? Or
No. I mean, if you want to, I'm not going to stop you. But like,
how many?
One.
Yeah, I'll build a team. Yeah. What do we?
Yeah, get a 6 to your type though.
Let's say
just by type. Okay.
Yeah. Let's say you're the fifth gym leader in this region.
Yeah.
So that gives you let's say 4 Pokemon. You get 4
Pokemon. Okay.
That's 6.
Okay.
You're not an ace trainer.
Oh,
you're not a champion. God damn it.
You know what? Neither are you, motherfucker. How about that?
Rude and accurate.
All right. Anyway, so am I going first or?
Sure. For like
Shit.
the
Okay.
millionth time.
I'm sure it's gonna shock you.
You're stalling.
I would have a Gengar as
Gengar,
my
yep.
Pokemon companion, obviously. I
Obviously.
would be Ghost Psychic though. That would be
Damn.
my type. Ghost Psychic. You picked this 100%, I'm sure. So my 4, obviously Gengar, because he's my companion, so he's included in the 4, correct? Or is he
Yes.
additional?
No,
Okay,
he's
okay.
definitely a part of the 4.
He's the
He's
fight.
like-
he's
he's
the
the
He's
final.
your ace. He's your ace mon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you came here completely prepared to fight ghost psychic types. Take this.
Take my Gengar.
my
I'm
ace
definitely
in the
not.
hole.
I'm definitely not searching.
Psychic.
For ghosts and psychic
Definitely
Pokemon.
not doing that.
I said you only needed one. You're like, should I build a full party? And you're like, Googling Pokemon.
I had ideas. No, well, it's like if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right. God damn it!
All right, all right.
Okay, so we got Gengar. There's number 1 because I'm a ghost psychic. I've got to have Mudbutt. So we're gonna go with
Mudbutt?
Drowsy.
Swampert?
No,
Yeah,
Drowsy.
my favorite Pokemon, Mudbutt.
Mudbutt. Drowsy. That's what I call Drowsies because they have like a mud. They look like they got mud on their butt.
in mud.
Chocolate
Okay.
or mud.
I
Yeah.
thought you were saying like Mudkip. And
No,
fucking,
no, Mudbutt.
Okay.
Because he's
Classic,
got like
my classic Pokemon, Mudbutt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go
the-
Mudbutt. That's
that
what I call
family
it.
the household name Mudbutt.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Everyone knows it's Pikachu, Eevee, Charizard, Mudbutt.
It's worked into the song, I'm sure, somewhere.
He knows
Um,
surf, but we don't want to talk about it.
Is
Well, there is actually a move called Muddy Water.
Muddy
There's-
water, it's the same thing. Yeah, yeah.
And the animation is just surf,
Just-
but brown.
Just brown surf. Yeah.
okay.
Ugh.
We don't talk about
what-
that.
Who else have we got? Hold on. God damn it. God damn, I don't know most of these ghost Pokemon. Okay, here we go.
Just
So
say,
yeah.
just say Ghastly and Haunter and call it a day.
It's
What is he, Morty?
I'm more interesting than that. Damn it. Is Cubone a ghost?
Alolan Marowak is a ghost.
I'll say yes because his mother is.
Okay, I don't want
because
him. Though.
why not?
So we got
you get the
we got
ghost of Marowak from Lavender Town.
so we got Gengar, Drowsy, because he's fat. You'll notice a theme with my choices. It's
Uh-huh.
that
Chunky boys.
they're chunk boys. I really hate the
So you're-
thinnification of Pikachu. Can
I
we?
like the idea of just a Pokemon gym made of like overweight Pokemon,
They're just like
just like Drowsy, Snorlax.
just hanging out.
I don't know, Magmar. I'm just doing first generation, but yeah. So
Our gym motto, our anaconda don't want none. If you don't got buns, hon, you got to be thick if you're in this gym.
we
you're
the
in
trainers
that
that come
gym.
here are tickled, but we do lose a lot. So,
Yes, they're fat as fuck, but
we
we don't win.
So
It's
we go
just-
through badges like candy.
It's the lifestyle.
Our
Okay,
badges
so
are
we got
candy, actually.
Gengar, Mudbutt, and Drowsy, Abra. Gotta have the Abra because I love
Okay.
Abra.
You want to add a
'Cause
ghost
he's
type in
adorable.
there?
Yeah, there's gonna. I was psychic and ghost, so I have to split it 2
Okay.
and 2,
All right.
and then the other ghost is. Are you ready for this other ghost
I'm
Pokemon?
ready.
I'm ready.
Are you sure? Because
Is it?
Oh, you're stalling. I understand.
I'm not at all.
Go on about how you're.
it's-
Yeah.
It's definitely fuck. Because I don't want to be like Ghastly or Haunter because I feel like that's Pumpkaboo. There you go. There
Pumpkaboo's
it
a good
is.
choice.
There you go.
There
Yeah.
you go.
I
There's my.
like Pumpkaboo. He's
There
cool.
you go.
I have a Pumpkaboo plushie.
I want to get my wife a Pumpkaboo because she loves Pumpkaboo.
They're very cute.
They are.
They are cute.
I-
Ghost types are
I-
the best.
If you hadn't have limited me,
I'm
I would have
surprised you didn't
built a
say
different
Chandelure.
team.
Eh.
There's no okay. So you know what it is? There's no Ghost Eevee, and that bothers me because I would have had a go. If there was a Ghost Eevee, I would have a Ghost Eevee.
I think Nintendo's
bothers
afraid they'd
me.
make too much money.
I think they are. They're afraid of money. Now, what did you think I was gonna have, smart guy?
4 Gengars.
It's no, because that's dumb, and I'm better than that.
You thought about it.
I did actually consider it. I was gonna be like Gengar, Mega Gengar, another Gengar, And Ghastly.
Gigantamax Gengar.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's permanently in that condition. He's actually hell for him. It's
Oh, I should have built the thick team. I should have been like Fat Pikachu, Chauncey, Clefairy, Gengar.
I would love
I
that.
do love Fat Pikachu.
Fat Pikachu. Look, it's like I said, the thinnification of Pikachu is a crime against humanity, and we need to. What is this thin Pikachu nonsense? We need thick, girthy Pikachu back.
They brought it back for at least Sword and Shield. His Gigantamax form. He turns into classic big Pikachu, and he goes P whenever he fully finishes Gigantamaxing. So.
What a coincidence! So do I. I do the same thing when I finish.
Yikes!
Yeah. Sumner, what or Max? What
No,
is
I
your
want
team,
Max. I want to know what
Okay.
yours is.
Okay, so it's not like I've put a lot of thought into this or anything.
I definitely put a ton of thought into mine, as you can
as
see,
if-
not by Googling.
As if the biggest dream of my life is to have Pokemon be real.
To wake up.
Wake up in Pokemon world.
When September
Um,
ends.
Who knows?
Pokemon.
It could happen.
You never
The
know.
merge is happening, so don't worry about it.
What
But
type?
electric, hands down. That's my favorite type. My ace is Electabuzz.
Yep.
Nice.
I knew
Favorite
it.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still got that Kigurumi.
Do you
Oh.
really?
Yeah.
I had to.
I don't know
sell
if
mine.
I've put
I
on some
sold.
weight, so I don't know if I still fit in it. But I still got it.
I have a Pikachu Kigurumi, but I need to get a new Kigurumi because the Pikachu one is kind of wearing out, and yeah.
Oh, man, I made a
gonna get a
Zatu
Gengar one.
Kigurumi, and I was so proud of it. And I
It
sold
was awesome.
I sold it for like $400. It was, it was fine, but I was very
Wait,
proud of it.
what? You
Oh yeah,
made
I made a bunch of Kigurumis. Yeah, I made Max's Electabuzz one. I made a
Had a big
Zatu.
tail and everything. It was
Yeah,
cool.
I was really happy with it. I made a couple more, but yeah, those are the two ones I remember mostly.
What am I, fucking chopped liver? You can't make your old
This
boy.
was like 5 years ago.
well, I
I
mean
haven't-
now,
That was more than
like
5 years ago. But yeah,
Oh, don't tell me that.
I know, dude. I
Time
COVID year
is-
doesn't count.
time is fake. Yeah,
Time is
2 years
fake.
didn't count. No, okay, that's fine, Sumner. That's fine. I
don't even know your measurements. I haven't sewn in like 3 years. So
okay, that's fine.
That's surprising.
I'll just
Isn't
go to the
it?
internet.
yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm working on a Renfest costume actually, so I'll be whipping out the sewing machine soon.
Nice. Your
Yeah.
stuff's always been good.
Thanks, man. But yeah, so Electabuzz, got 3 more.
So, sorry. So Electabuzz is the ace, and then I've got Rotom Heat. So it's fire and electric.
Cool.
He's like a little easy bake oven.
Is it Rotom? I always say
Rotom,
Rotom.
yeah. I don't know. Like I say Rotom, and then like if I'm in a hurry, I'll be
You're
like,
wrong,
oh yeah,
Sumner.
No,
I'll say Rotom, and then if I'm in a hurry, I'm like, oh yeah, Rotom. Like
Okay.
I
Like,
don't
I don't
know.
want to be
Rotom
stopped in
feels
the
a little
mid-sentence.
too close to scrotum. I think.
You are right.
that's a good point, actually. So
Yeah, Rotom feels a little, and Rotom honestly, like, look, I
he's
do
motor
think
backwards.
Rotom feels a little bit more Pokemon.
It's motor
Yeah.
backwards, son of a bitch.
Well, it's like Ekans is snake backwards.
I knew
Yeah.
that one.
And Arbok is Cobra, and Muck is
Come.
anyway.
God, I walked in. Ah.
And then I've got Toxtricity. He's from Sword and Shield. He's like a poison electric lizard. He's very cool.
I want to
That's
change
cool.
my list already because his is way better. It's like, anyway, please continue.
And then probably, since we're only doing 4, probably like Jolteon, just because he's cool.
He is cool.
He's my favorite evolution, like hands down. So yeah.
Man, see my answer, like I really rue the day that Togekiss was made fairy. Because I
Why?
really liked it. I really liked that evolution as a normal type. I know it's weird, and fairy does fit her better and balances her better.
You do
And
like
widens
that's
the
right.
moveset.
You
I
are
get
a
it.
normal type guy. Like
I
isn't that, like, your
love normal
favorite?
type Pokemon. I think
Yeah.
they're really cool. Because yeah, I like normal types a lot. They're
He
probably
would
my
be a
favorite.
normal type gym leader. He would just be a hi. I'm Sumner.
Hi.
Welcome to the normal gym.
I'm gonna
I have a
beat your ass
Pidgey.
normally.
I have a Pidgey and a fucking. I don't know if Pidgey's normal. I'm out of my depth.
It is actually.
Hey.
It's normal flying.
So what would you have, Sumner? With your normal.
So my ace in the
gym?
hole is definitely Togekiss, like like easy peasy. I like the
Did you also
Galarian
look up on the
Rapidash.
internet?
What's up?
Did you also check the internet for?
I did earlier today because I didn't want to like misspeak when I asked the
Okay.
question. But yeah, I'd rather put you on the spot than myself, you know.
Thank you. I do agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never. So
We're just gonna passively aggressive.
I said normal type. I would be a fairy type gym actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So Togekiss. I like the Rapidash from the Galarian form a lot. I think it's cool. It's got My Little Pony vibes. I don't care for My Little Pony, but I just dig it.
It's a cool design. It's a very cool.
It's a cool design. Yeah. Mawile I like a lot. And
R.I.P. Mega Mawile.
yeah.
Going out for the homies.
Wait, is it no longer?
Well, so they got rid of Megas in Gen 8, and it doesn't look like they're gonna be coming back in Gen 9. So.
What a shame.
But the anime like meshes it all together. Like Ash is using Z moves from Sun and Moon. He's using Mega Evolution, and he's using it all. So
okay. As he does.
It still exists, just not in the game.
Gotcha.
I'd like to change, by the way, if I can when you're done.
Yeah, and then probably Ninetales. Alolan.
Alola Ninetales.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would go Ghost Water, actually.
Ghost
Would you
Water.
use a Jellicent?
Yeah, I was about to say Jellicent.
What
yeah.
I use who?
Those bitches
Jellicent?
are everywhere.
He looks like the Pringles can.
I'm not familiar with that one. Just because I would want Gengar, of course. Psyduck also fits with the thick boys, but a Psyduck. Wow. You would think I would have known more water Pokemon. Oh, Squirtle. I get a Squirtle in there. Maybe. Ooh, but only if he has the sunglasses. He has to have sunglasses.
He's just
or he can't
cosplaying the
come
whole
to the
time.
party. Yeah, he's just rocking the sunglasses.
He has like
And
he has an accuracy like deficit because he's like it's
He
I'm
just can't
inside. Inside, but my
The lights are
bastard
too
sits.
bright. Well, it's because his future's so bright. He's got to wear shades.
And he's just like
And then
Squirtle, shrug.
And then what? I guess Pumpkaboo, because
yeah,
I gotta round it out. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a colorful gym.
Huh?
That's a fun gym.
That's a fun gym.
like-
That's an
That's
easy
a fun
gym.
That's a
Fun,
fine
easy gym. We'll swing by the Mick gym and just pick up that badge.
You know why they're Ghost Water? Because we drown everyone who comes into this gym
Jesus.
talking shit. We just drown.
Wow, brutal.
Hey, my Pokemon
A
life
brutal
is
gym.
hardcore.
Are you
Honestly,
a
I what's that?
No, I was gonna say like a Team Rocket joke, but go ahead.
It's like a Team Rocket front.
It is.
We publicly
Uh,
murder people, but on the back end we do crime.
But
It's true though. Like if Pokemon were real, man, there'd be some hella crime
Yes.
happening. Like it's like it wouldn't be all like sunshine and rainbows like it is in the show. Like it would be a nightmare in current year. of
Oh,
our
yeah.
Lord.
oh
Like
yeah.
100%.
Well,
So
I think that brings talking about Pokemon in real life. Of course, that brings us to the closest we've gotten to that, which is the film Detective Pikachu. What do you gentlemen think about Detective Pikachu?
loved it.
I
loved it
too. I thought it was fantastic.
I thought
It had no
I
right
thought-
to be that good.
for for me I feel like the whole like look, we made these Pokemon really big. I was like that's not like you could have scrapped that entire plot point.
Yeah, that was a little like
but
really?
the
this is
like spoiler
We're not
alert
going to
for
go
anyone
into
who
that at
hasn't
all,
seen-
huh? Yeah.
No, I mean that's it. Like it's just there's a scene where they go into this lab and then when they leave there's like these actual mountain-sized Torterra
Yeah.
and then they do nothing with them.
yeah, they
And it's
just
like
exist and go
It's an
do their own
okay,
thing.
but
It's
why?
an
Like it's,
extraordinarily long scene.
Yeah,
For no reason.
Incredibly long.
Yeah.
Really, it was a weird setup for Pikachu to get injured so that like he has to follow a bunch of Bulbasaur to find Mewtwo for Mewtwo to immediately get fucking captured.
Yeah.
It
That is, I give you that. That is like probably the worst part.
It was just the one part that I was like, huh, that's not great. But like, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it, I do think like Ditto, like the way they used Ditto was like super cool.
That was nice.
That was like, I did not see that coming whatsoever.
Yeah.
The Pokemon designs are really cool. That fight scene between like the Gengar and the Charizard, like in the underground like fight club, that was
awesome.
There was not enough of that. That is what I liked about
that's
the
what
movie.
I wanted
agree.
more of. Yeah. I like, they need to keep that Detective Pikachu aesthetic and make a show with that, but focus it on a character other than Ash or I don't even remember the
and
name
not
of the kitten.
Misty.
Yeah, like just have a new character.
She was
he
pointless.
goes out into the world.
Yeah,
not Miss. Oh, I realized.
The not Misty character.
Yeah, the reporter who was not an actual reporter,
who had no point in being in the movie. There was no. It was.
Hold on, sir.
Dude,
We're not
so
gonna. I'm not
many,
gonna stand for. I'm not standing for Psyduck slander on this fucking show.
I
Okay?
did like Psyduck in that show.
Psyduck was great. I was just like, I get.
All right, Sumner, what did you think of the film? Because clearly
I didn't like it. I really wanted to. I really wanted to. And I think what Max said earlier was like, my dream is to like be in the Pokemon world, and that was the closest thing we've ever gotten, and it was a cool representation of that. That is why the movie is good.
Yes.
Because I thought it was awesome. I thought they did the way they designed Pokemon. I know they actually pulled the guy from DeviantArt a long time ago, who was like, and his designs went around like crazy, where they were like, "This is what."
Like the super realistic.
Yeah, those are great.
He was
Great
on the
designs.
design team for this movie. He was sought out specifically to do
Good
this.
for him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone's seen those designs. Like anyone, born after 2000. I mean, born before 2000 has seen these things. But a lot of just a lot of weird writing choices. Like the Torterra scene was immensely confusing and ridiculously long.
The Greninja thing was cool, though. I will say that
they looked great.
They were
Greninja
cool.
looked great.
Yeah, shit! I should have had Greninja on my team. Damn it!
Greninja's a good choice. I love Greninja. One of my favorites to play in Super Smash. But I don't. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. I can't pull enough like specific instances.
I do need to rewatch it. I saw it in theaters, and then that was the last time I saw it. So
yeah, my favorite thing with Pokemon was when they reanimated the red and blue. What was it? Pokemon Horizons?
Pokemon Origins.
Pokemon Origins. That gave me goosebumps. I watched it like 10 times in a row. It was awesome.
There's a great I think it's let me look it up real quick. It's called Pokemon Origin. Hang on. Let me just look up Pokemon Origins.
I was also a little disappointed they didn't get the Pokemon like soundtrack. I didn't hear enough Pokemon music in the movie.
Yeah, like give me the OG like Pokemon rap. Like where was that? I will say this. I will say this too. With it being Detective Pikachu, to me, before like seeing the movie and like knowing that it was Detective Pikachu, obviously he's going to solve crime or whatever. There was one kind of major component that's crime oriented in Pokemon that was missing from that film. A team of individuals that do illegal shit involving Pokemon.
Right, but they hinted to Giovanni, like there was kind of like a.
Where?
Well, it's the whole in the movie, right? The Pokemon movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the person that puts Mewtwo in the
Detective Pikachu.
In Detective Pikachu, yeah.
Where do they hint to it?
I thought and maybe it's been too long since I've seen the movie, but I thought there was a person that put Mewtwo like in like the metal shit. And
yeah, it was Bill Nye. It was like the dude who was like Pokemon.
I forgot that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, there's no hint to Giovanni or Team Rocket at all.
Well, just like everything, a lot of things in that movie, it's just like a lot of homages, not actual, like.
So that's what I would have preferred. I would have preferred instead of like some random scientist dude, it was a Team Rocket thing.
Make it recognizable. The whole selling point of this movie is recognizability. Your new OCs aren't going to sell.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you need to have fucking Jesse and James and Meowth running around together or anything like that. I'm not saying that.
I like the main character. I thought he was fine.
Justice Smith.
Yeah,
did a great job.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect. It was fine.
I thought Ryan Reynolds did great as Detective Pikachu. He was good.
Loved
I remember when
really
it first got announced, and I was like, "This is an odd choice." And then I saw it, and I was like, "This was a good choice."
Yeah, it was weird, but it makes sense.
Well, what about Sonic, Sumner? Did you enjoy the Sonic films?
I've only seen the first one. I actually
Second
I thought
was
it was
really
charming.
fun.
I didn't think it was for me. I thought it was kind of a kids movie, but it was also it was fun. I watched it twice. If that tells
Wait
you
a minute.
anything.
You mean to tell me that Sonic the Hedgehog is aimed towards children?
I mean, the movie specifically. I mean, it's like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think anyone, even big Sonic fans, seem to
Did he
agree
floss
with that.
dance in that movie? I
He
don't.
does.
Okay,
Yes,
I thought
he does.
so. Yeah,
He
Yeah.
does. Twice actually,
proving that we're truly living in the darkest timeline. But
yes.
um,
Real
second
quick.
movie's great.
So Pokemon Origins was that 4-episode short thing.
Yes.
In 2016, they came out with something called Pokemon Generations, which was like 18 episodes, and it's that same like kind of more gritty anime style. And then last year they came out with something called Pokemon Evolutions, and it's 8 episodes, and each episode takes place like in a different region, and it's super cool. I highly recommend those.
Wow. Okay, I need to watch
Yeah,
check that
those.
out.
and they're super high quality. So
That's awesome.
they're great.
I do think that's a missed opportunity from Nintendo. I do think there is a bit of a desire / hunger for a more mature Pokemon or a more mature animation where you could change the style up. It doesn't have to be quite so. Last time, Ash and Pikachu went across the street and got a hot
Right.
dog. Like, you could make. There could be a little bit more serious stakes on the line, which
Yeah.
I say that. And the first movie, the Pokemon movie, is dark as fuck. So
Yeah.
like, why don't we lean more into that?
I love that
that is
the
also
one meme I shared
responsible.
the other day that was like
Yes.
me
Yeah,
talking to
it's
my
fun
cat.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No, I love-
"Mew," and it's like, yes, you're right. The circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant to the. It's very like that movie's
You're like,
awesome.
this is too close to home. This is too real.
Movie. Meowth
Yeah.
has like one of the best quotes in that movie too.
What is it?
It's the one where he's talking to the clone Meowth, and he's like, "You're right. Maybe if we stop looking at what's different and start looking at what's the same, we could get along better," or something like that. It's just
Whoa.
like, wow, Meowth.
You solved racism. That's why didn't we just
Why didn't we
Everyone-
listen to Meowth?
everyone-
1999.
Yeah, everyone listen to Meowth, quick.
Meowth is a great example of low intelligence, high wisdom.
Yes,
Absolutely. Yes.
It's true.
Speaking of which, do you play D&D, Max?
Not particularly. I played a little bit with y'all, but it's not.
Wait, with us? With me? I remember we had that one
with-
game, that really weird game that it was like an anime like student thing, and neither of us had played D&D ever before that.
Oh my! Oh,
Do you remember
what
that?
Oh my God, I do.
Yeah, that's an
We went over to
unearthed
that-
memory. Yeah,
We went over to that guy's house. I don't even remember who that was, but
I don't even remember.
No. We played over Discord. It was when we had Storgraph,
Oh, that's right. Yes.
and I think we played for about like 5 sessions, and then
Oh, that was
Something
when
like
Faithful.
that.
That was before Faithful. That's when Faithful Encounters was actually just a private a Discord thing, and I wanted to
Yeah.
play with you, and you were Storegraph. That's right, the dwarf, and then that's when you played with Jen.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's and then Faithful Encounters the stream was made. That's
Yes.
damn. That was the last time you played.
That was the last time I played. It's fun. I respect the hell out of it.
Just not
and
for you.
It's just not for me.
It's understandable.
When I do play, I have a great time, but I don't seek it out.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of fun, like
Like-
this is my character, and figuring out how that person would react. I do love that.
yeah. So it's like mint chocolate chip ice cream. It's great, but we never order it.
You
Sure.
just I mean, so can I make a taxi cab confession here on the
Go
pod?
on.
Go on.
So
Speak your sins, my child.
I get so tired of the characters I make in D&D so quickly.
I noticed
I
that, like on the first
hate
day.
all of them so much. They're
Really?
the worst. Why can't they die literally every session so I can just make a new one next
When you make a
week?
character, do you think, "Yep, I like this"?
Yeah. And then I play it and I'm like, I
So
don't like this.
the way you solve that is at every I don't know how y'all particularly end your play sessions for a day, but let's say you're resting at a bonfire, Dark Souls style.
Yeah.
And your character, as everyone else sleeps, your character unalives himself in Minecraft, and then the new character takes his place, and the other characters don't notice. They don't realize that anything's changed. You're just someone completely new, and that just happens every adventure.
I thought about it. I was
No,
so close to
the
being
group
free
would have
last
to
week.
have a strange coping mechanism for the constant.
Why does this
unaliving in
keep
Minecraft.
happening?
What is this? He was fine the day before. I remember the last thing I shared with him. Like,
But
I thought I heard something last night. It just sounded kind of like a oof, and then that was it.
I referenced that somewhere recently. And, I referenced it last week on the pod. I said the Roblox oof, and it fucking went right over Dylan and Sumner's head, and I was like, "Damn it!" That was.
wait, did you just make that noise?
That was me. Yeah,
That was really good.
they actually took that noise out of Minecraft, not Minecraft, Roblox.
Roblox.
It's not
Yeah.
in Roblox
Oof.
anymore.
You don't have that
and it's
anymore.
like one of the most iconic sounds.
Mhm.
I hate to say one of the most iconic sounds in video games ever,
But
but
it
it really is.
I didn't know it was from Roblox. I just know it as
Yeah.
like a meme sound.
Yeah, that's what I knew it as for the longest time until I found out that it was from Roblox.
Oh, that's funny.
No, it's funny though because I don't want to have to constantly make characters, and I tell myself that when I make a character and play as the character, and then like 2 sessions in, I'm like, someone fucking kill this piece of shit, so I don't ever have to play them again.
Please
Well, you
end
also
my
play
life
pieces
now.
of shit.
I do.
You play the
do.
meanest characters, and you're like, I don't like him, and you're like, we don't either. No, I'm just kidding. But,
Why
like,
do you
I'm-
think that is? Why do you think I play these characters,
'Cause
Summer?
you
It's a
wanna be
true
mean.
expression of my
Yeah,
soul.
yeah. No, I'm kidding. We love the characters. I'm always surprised you don't like them because they seem so fun. They seem like characters you can really like sink your teeth into, literally
yeah,
because
I
they
don't-
suck.
All right. Well,
All right, says I love it.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
kidding.
I don't
I'm
know.
kidding.
There is what it is. I was
I
almost
just like getting
free
your
of,
reaction out of you.
I was almost free of Onita last week. It's one death save fail away.
Oh yeah.
Being all over.
I'd say I'm sorry for your loss, but
He lived. Damn
he
it.
lived. So
Mm.
Sorry for your
Ripperoni.
loss? Question mark.
sorry for your loss of
It is
the
what it
role.
It is what it is. Before we started doing Playotic, before I joined Fateful Encounters, I was a guest a couple of times, and I got to play as a character that somebody else made, and they were like, "Oh yeah," which as a voice actor is an appealing thing to have when somebody just tells you what the character's like, and I'm like, "Cool," and you can explore and play in that sandbox, but you don't have to actually like figure anything else out.
How about we
Um,
make you a character for the next game?
Sure, why not?
Max, let's come up with a character for Mick to play. So I'm
He's
thinking,
a giant walking piece of poop, and
He's the great mighty. So the great mighty Pooh from Conker's Bad Fur Day. That's your
Yes.
character.
mm,
I did play as a character in a one shot that our community made. That was kind of a nightmare because he was a fucking mess. Where I played as Ravioli and fucking yeah, that character was a mess.
wasn't he like a little
and
bit of everything?
he was like 5 different classes.
Jesus.
He had wild magic sorcery, so literally every time I cast a spell, I
Oh,
would
I hate wild
change the
magic.
voice that I would change the voice that I did for the character every wild magic surge. That was like a nightmare.
Actually, I like wild magic. Because my personal game I'm playing is a Warforged wild magic barbarian and wild sorcerer because I want him to be like super unstable and his core is
Yeah.
just constantly firing shit off. But it is such a pain in the ass to constantly looked at that magic thing. And the wild magic with sorcery is self-destructive. You can actually cause a lot of damage to your friends. And then
A lot of AoE like splash kind of stuff.
a lot of
Yikes.
stuff. You can cast fireball on yourself accidentally.
Hmm.
Wild magic barbarian stuff is awesome.
You know what it
Arguably
was? You know
OP.
what it is? I just can't top my first performance or my first nor second performance that I did for the group in both Arshun setting himself on fire and then
You should play
when
as him.
Lane. Yeah, I
Why
guess.
not? I think it'd be
I
fun.
don't know. I guess.
It's
How
kind of
do I
like this
top it?
Barbosa
How do I
character, Max.
outdo myself?
Very charismatic, like a pirate type character we gave him.
Oh, okay.
And he just took it and ran with it. It was awesome. Plus, we were just meeting him at the time, so he set the bar very high. And then he's been struggling internally.
I cannot
He
achieve.
can't jump it. He
those
can't jump
lofty
the bar anymore.
No, I can. I can't achieve those lofty goals, and I just literally disappoint everybody on a weekly basis.
Absolutely
that is
fucking not.
Now.
That's dude. Come on. That's no. He thinks that this is bar. There's not. It's every one of his characters is very interesting. We're like, wow, that was really good. He's like, that sucked, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That was super.
I
cool.
hold myself to high standards of performance.
That's very common, because I actually do. I feel the same way, actually, because every time I would finish a game with Storegraph, I would be like, boy howdy, that sure was dog shit.
Yep.
And so,
Literally me every time, where I'm just like, why am I bad at this? I don't know. I just hold myself to an incredibly high performance standard with the characters, I think. This is taking a dark turn. Let's go back to Pokemon. Yes, I see now. The circumstances of one's birth are truly trivial. We get questions from our lovely viewers and our lovely community, and I was asked to ask you, Max, about Storm Drain and the wave that kind of happened with that. If you could elaborate on that some.
So if I understand that question correctly, it's that in Sword and Shield, especially the meta where Kyogre is legal, Kyogre has a fantastic move called Origin Pulse that hits both targets, and it's very strong. And the problem is that when Kyogre comes out, if you had played any of the old, it starts to rain. So
yep.
the move is a water type move, so it just gets exponentially stronger.
Yep.
So people were teching with typically it was Gastrodon. Gastrodon has an ability called Storm Drain that nullifies any water attack on the field and increases his special attack. So you just make him as bulky as you possibly can, so that way he can survive all kinds of different hits. And then if you predict it really well, or if you're in almost a 1v1 situation with a Kyogre, the Kyogre can't really do anything to you short of using Ice Beam, but that's just a single target move. So then your partner is free to attack the Kyogre. It just puts Kyogre in a really bad position. So people were using Gastrodon. Some people were using Seismitoad. But I think overall Gastrodon had better bulk, and that one, Gastrodon had kind of come out on top in that. And there was a lot of Gastrodon at the World Championship, actually, in September, in August. Yeah,
it's still getting used for the same for the same ability,
for the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah, if Kyogre is legal, Gastrodon is usually like the best tech, short of running like say a slower Groudon, because the way weather works, if you're slower and Groudon is slower than Kyogre,
then his weather will triggers, come out,
right? And then so Kyogre's weather will trigger because he's faster, and then the sun will overwrite the rain, which kind of gives Groudon that slight edge. But there was one player, I think he was a Japanese player. He deliberately ran both his two restricted Pokemon were both Kyogre and Groudon, and he would send them out at the same time. But he deliberately undersped his own Kyogre, so that way the rain would be active if they both came out instead of the sun. It was bonkers, but he did a great job.
Wow, that's creative. I love that.
So we're starting to reach the end of our time together, but before we do, and this probably would have been a great question to ask at the beginning of all of this conversation involving Pokemon, but where did Pokemon first enter your life that set you on this journey to become a master?
So when I was a wee little boy, I remember actually seeing the first episode and just being blown away at how cool it was.
Yeah, it was.
I was like, this is so neat. Like, I love the monster designs. I think they're super cool. So I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, I really want to play Pokemon, but I didn't have a Game Boy.
Right.
So I remember going to Blockbuster and renting a cherry pink Game Boy Color and Pokemon Blue. And all my friends were like, start with Charmander. He's the best. Start with Charmander. I was like, okay. So I did. And I didn't like it because, you know, the first gym leader's Brock and it's really hard.
Oh, yeah. That's
Scratching
like
yourself.
hard mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did beat him. And I think I got to like right before Lieutenant Surge before we had to take it back. And then I rented it again. And I just played on like the person's file. But that Christmas I got my own cherry pink Game Boy Color, which I still have, and my own copy of Pokemon Blue. And I started with Bulbasaur. So Bulbasaur, I say, is my official first real starter on my own game.
Very, very
yes, also a very chunky boy.
Yep.
But I love Bulbasaur a lot. But after playing that, Pokemon Mania kind of died down after Gold and Silver.
Yeah.
In the States, and I had a lot of friends who just kind of fell off the bandwagon, but I just never did.
It went right over to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, and I played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh at the time too, so I was just always, I had my hands in like all these different buckets of things to do, and spend money on a lot of money, and so but yeah, I never fell off the Pokemania hype train, and it's just stuck with me ever since. And so I thank Pokemon a lot for giving me a lot of I guess things to do when it's really like it scratches that itch of like organizing and collecting.
Yeah. You're not robbing a bank.
You're
not murdering people. So
I'm not doing meth.
Yep, not smoking meth.
We're not doing
like,
that many hard drugs.
Yep, just a couple.
Pokemon is the best drug that there is.
You heard it here, folks.
Yep.
So
there it is.
So play Pokemon and stay off the streets.
Do you still stream on Twitch?
Occasionally. I actually haven't streamed since the 30th anniversary of Sonic last year.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
When I did collectively 30 hours of streaming Sonic.
Is it still MACKS Slasher?
Yes, yeah, that is still my Twitch, twitch.tv /MACKS Slasher, MACKS SLASHER. But that was
spell that again for the guy who was typing.
Yeah, it's MACKS.
Sure.
So MACKS.
MACKS SLASHER.
Okay, totally there was an additional S that I missed.
Yeah, slasher, like slasher films, but it's just a name I thought sounded cool in like 3rd grade.
Slasher. I barely met her. I don't know.
Yeah. There. You streamed some Dead Rising and Samurai Showdown. Is that?
I did. Yeah,
Okay,
cool. I used to stream like a handful of fighting games, and then I streamed Dead Rising whatever year that was for like Halloween. I think it was like 2020. So had a good time doing those. But I don't stream on Twitch too often, but whenever I do, it's probably just going to end up being either Pokemon or Sonic.
Well, I followed you.
Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah. So funny story about following people on Twitch. Did you know Sumner's a liar?
Go on.
That's a weird way to prep it up. No, that's just kind of like an ongoing joke I have with Sumner. So right when I first, it's great that it definitely doesn't live.
You definitely won't let it die. You definitely
nope. Not at all. No, when I was first joining Fateful Encounters, Sumner was like, "Oh yeah, I'm really familiar with Mick and his stuff. I've watched his stream a lot." And I was like, "Oh, rad." And then like a year later, basically, I realized that Sumner didn't actually follow me on Twitch, and he's like, "No, I legitimately watched you. I just used another account. I didn't." So I give him a hard time about it.
Yeah, because I was the admin of Faithful Encounters, obviously, so I was always on that account. Plus, I didn't even I never used the follow column on the left. I just literally type in like a nerd, like twitch.tv/.
Wow.
I remember back then I even had people bookmarked. So I would just just go to the bookmark. I wouldn't.
Was
so
that bookmark?
if I knew you were streaming, I would just go to the URL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just never clicked follow as an idiot.
It's not a problem. No, it's fine. It definitely doesn't hurt. After all this time.
God damn it.
No.
Nick doesn't hold grudges.
Not at all. Never. Why would me?
It's only been 2 years.
That's why you like ghost types, because they linger.
There's a meme
because they hold,
that I saw
because they have unfinished business,
and that is a screen cap from like a TikTok, and it was just the top of someone's head, and the text just said, "I don't forgive, but I do forget. So I just walk around hating bitches all the time, and I don't know why."
I don't know.
Did I ghostwrite that out of curiosity?
Possibly. Who
No,
knows?
I definitely don't forget. I remember every slight that has ever happened or performed against me.
And if anyone wants to slight us, you can find us on Twitter at Playotic Games and go into our Discord at discord.gg/Playotic Games. Come and disrespect us. It would be awesome if you did. Let us know where you got us on YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts.
I do love Sumner, by the way. I'm just giving him. I'm just joshing him. Just to play. It's just a harmless rib. That's all. It's just a harmless rib.
I feel harmlessly ripped right now.
It's just playing, just for goof gaffs and guffs.
Thank you so much, Max, for being here.
Yeah. Do you have
absolutely?
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Is there any projects or anything that you've got going on right now that you'd love to turn people onto, or?
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure if you don't, but if you do, please.
Absolutely not. No.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, hey.
No, that's not a joke. I actually don't have anything going on. So just if you see me pop up on Twitch, pop by, say hello. We'd appreciate it. And that's all I got. My brain is empty. That COVID booster is like, hey man, you really gotta. This is all the energy you had. Chop, let's go.
Well, we're glad that you could come, call in, join us on the
time.
Guestron 1000. It was great. Sumner, do we have anyone joining us next week before we get out of here? Anyone?
We do have a guest next week. Yeah.
Delightful.
Who is it? Tell us.
It's a YouTuber, and she will join us next week.
I love the vagueness because that means he isn't sure which YouTuber it's going to be yet.
I don't.
I bet I know who it is.
I have a couple of theories. I have some theories.
It's one of two people.
He's like, I only know the two.
They can share a mic, I'm sure.
They can. Yeah, they can.
Nice.
I won't be able to shut them up if I get them on the same mic though, because they used to have their own show actually called the Sugar Smacks. Bill knows these.
I do.
Yeah, they're.
I actually had a memory pop up where I shared one of their streams like 3 years ago, and I'm like, oh,
they were such good streamers. I'm
Yes.
really rip Sugar Smacks, but thank you everyone for being here. Again, you can find us in Discord and Twitter. Let us know, and we'll be back next week. Thank you so much for being here. For everyone who's live, for our listeners, we are live on YouTube every Wednesday. It's about 7 p.m. Central, and we hope to see you there.